Getting you some more breaking news, staying on with Delhi, where the Delhi High Court has urged the centre to tighten regulations on the language used in web series streamed on OTT platforms and called for the legislature to consider framing laws or rules to strictly enforce the application of IT Rules 2021 for intermediaries. High Court, in its order, has criticised the sexually explicit language used in the web series, saying that the language used in the show has a definite effect on depraving and corrupting the minds of young people, unquote. Well, that is the big breaking news that we're getting you from the national capital, where the Delhi High Court has come up strongly against the language that is used at various OTT platforms. The Delhi High Court has urged the centre to tighten regulations on the language used in the web series streamed on OTT platforms and called for the legislature to consider framing of laws or rules to strictly enforce the application of IT Rules 2021 for intermediaries. High Court, in its order, has criticised the sexually explicit language used in the web series, saying that the language used in the show has a definitive effect of depraving and corrupting the minds of young people. My colleague Nilashish is joining me on the phone line to get us more details. Nilashish, good morning. This is definitely a very strong-worded, order that has come forth from the Delhi High Court, where they have urged upon the centre to tighten the regulations, the language, the content of the web series that are often seen by young people on OTT platforms. Break it down for us. What are the details? Where has the objection risen from?
The Delhi High Court has come down quite heavily, especially on this one TVF web series called College Romance, and has thereafter urged and encouraged the centre to look into the regulations on the language that is used on OTT platforms, on social media. Of course, this comes from a complaint that had been filed against this web series, and a magistrate court had directed that an FIR be registered against TVF and the actors of the web series under Section 67A and 67 of the IT Act. Now, of course, as far as this show is concerned, the court was very unsatisfied with the kind of language that had been used in this particular web series, and it was stated on several occasions that the explicit language is not something that will have a positive effect on the youth, and it amounts to corrupting the minds of young people. So the court stated that in the name of individual freedom, such language cannot be permitted to be served to the general public and to be represented to the world as if this is the language that our youth in educational institutions speak. Of course, this is as far as this particular web series is concerned, but the court went on to talk about the morality of our society and said that it differs from country to country, and the court will only look into the manner in which morality is affected in our country, and it will not look into the West or any other part of the world except towards itself. So in that situation, the court said that the approach will be to apply the test of a common man and how OTT content really will affect that common man and what that man's reaction would be. And therefore, that has to be in the Indian context of morality and values, which will keep in mind the contemporary standards of civility as well as morality. Some very, very strong observations, of course, coming in from the court with regard to the explicit language that is used. And this is exactly where the entire issue has emanated from. The language that was used in this particular web series.
Absolutely, Nilashish. This is a very strong-worded order that the Delhi High Court has urged the centre to be mindful of the content that is being put across on OTT platform. Thank you for joining us with all those details, and we shall be coming back to you for more updates on the story.